Well, what is going on, gang? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. It's very nice to have you here today. I have something on the table that I've had for a very long time in knife terms. This is the Miguron Preyer, and I've had this knife since very early in 2020. I used to watch a lot of Love Them Knives, still do, and he reviewed this thing, and I said, no, that can't be right, because the price was only about 160 bucks. I was like, no way. It is titanium. It is S35VN. It is funky and interesting. That's how much it was. These are well and truly unavailable at this point. But Sam, the guy that runs Miguron, has continued to make smaller but still excellently well-made knives. I started talking to Sam the day that I bought this. I reached out to him on Instagram, started asking him some questions, and we've been talking ever since. Very nice guy, lives in China. I know all about the town that he lives in. He knows about me and my family. Anyway, we're friends. And it started with this. Now, when I pop the blade on this, you understand why this was not... The people that love this. The people that don't. Let's look at the outside a little bit first. First, there is a combination of these lovely milling lines. There is micro milling on the flats. The screws are housed in, they're two-part, right? So they screw in from this side, as you can see, and they've got the other side's over here, but they're not two-sided. The pocket clip is even milled. It's milled titanium, and then there's milling on the outside. So much interest and work went into this knife. And then they did this. It is a two-stage tanto. I know, that's not going to be for everyone, but I love it. Says Miguron, come on now. Really? Anyway, it says Miguron here. This is number 82 of 90. They did do a second run of these, but as I said, they've been gone a long time. What is interesting is the inside of this thing is really milled. Look, the amount of work that went into this knife is astonishing. He just went for it. Okay, let's take a look at what you get. Excuse me. You get, on this incredibly interesting blade, 1, 2, 3, right? Just about 3 3/4 of cutting on just under 3 3/4 of cutting on just at 3 3/4 of S35VN. Grip area from behind that flipper is 1, 2, 3, 4, and almost a half inches. I mean, it is a big knife. Knife overall from tip to tail is coming in at just at 9 inches. Closed length on the Miguron Preyer, and that's Preyer. Preyer. Anyway, the Preyer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1/4 inches overall, and it is going to eat up 1 3/4 inches in the pocket. It is like I said, this is a big knife, but I love it. And looking back through my stuff, I realized I never reviewed it. I don't know why. I have shown it a number of times. I actually put this out in a pass-around group and let other people review it, but I never actually did this with you guys, so here we are. Let's do some size comparisons just for giggles. Here it is against the full-size Adamas. You guys can tell I filmed these recent videos in a row because I have the same knives on the table. And as you can see, it is considerably larger than the Adamas. Here it is against the knife that you saw just last week. This is the Sencut Fantera. If we line that up, you can see that while you got about the same amount of cutting, you get considerably more handle out here on the Preyer. And just for small knives' sake, I mean, here's the Ekri, a recent Miguron release. Same level of care went into this, but this, if you melted this down, you could get, if you melted this down, you could get 3 of these. I'm just saying. And then for those of you that are familiar with it, here it is against the bug out. The Preyer is a big knife. Now, This came out in, like I said, late 19, early 2020. That was sort of the end of the enormous titanium knife phase. And I have to tell you, that was my favorite knife era of all time. That is when, just before Kaiser stopped making their big beast titanium knives. It's before everybody started going smaller and smaller, and bolster locks and button lock. People just wanted big chunks of knives, and that was me. Look at the two-stage on this Tanto, right? So it's got a flat here, and then a line, and a flat, and then a line, and a flat, and then this, of course, is beveled, and everything is chamfered down. This is just an excellent and weird and monstrous cutting tool, and I love it. It is big, as I said. I mean, it's a little bit thinner. Actually, if you go out into the body, this is the same thickness through here as the Adamas. It's a beast. Let's weigh it. I'm just curious. Unfortunately, I don't have a tool to measure the blade thickness. Did I write it down? I don't think that I did. I did not. All right, well, let's weigh it. Yeah, 7.93 ounces. I mentioned that it is really, really milled on the inside of these tie scales. You can see a little bit of it there. If this thing was not milled, it would weigh 10 ounces, 9.5 ounces. I mean, they put a lot of work into getting the weight down on what is an enormous knife. This is very, very thick. And do I have I do. We're going to go old school. Let's see. Okay. I mean, it's 0.5 centimeter. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 centimeters thick, 4 3/4 centimeters. I mean, it is a thick slice of S35VN. Sam has made big knives since, and he continues to make excellent small knives. You guys saw the review on the Kovog here not that long ago. I love his stuff, and I'll continue to love his stuff, but I'm always going to have a special place in my heart for this, because this was first. I wish that my camera was working better. I wonder if I can zoom in. There we go. Look at the micro milling. You can sort of see it on that flat there, right there. I mean, this thing is cool, man. Whoop. It's interesting. I watch guys like Metal Complex do that all the time. They mess with like the overall size of their video, and they're such pros at it. Anyway, this is the Miguron Preyer. They are damn near impossible to find, but I've seen them on the used market a couple of times. If you're interested, you can probably chase one down. Know what you're getting. Look at the dual milling right here for finger grip. It's just oddly thoughtful, very comfortable because of the way everything is shaped. Anyway, you can find one of these maybe if you want. On the other hand, you can dig into Sam's catalog over on Miguron Knives. Maybe find yourself something over there. I'll put a link to his website down in the description. Beyond that, I have really enjoyed owning this, and I will continue to enjoy owning it. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at it. I know I've liked sharing it. Thank you so much for your time today. Remember, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. We'll see you next time.